This is Staff 2 Wendy, acting as net control for Gardena Disaster Communications Service participation in the Great California Shakeout Disaster Emergency Drill. The Great California Shakeout simulates the big one hitting Southern California on October the 16th at 10:16 a.m. Millions of people worldwide will practice how to drop to the ground, take cover by getting under a sturdy desk or table, and hold on to it until the shaking stops. The Gardena Disaster Communications Service participation in the Great Shakeout Drill will start at 10:30 a.m. and run for 1 hour with a closing time of 11:30 a.m. All operators, please stand by until 10:30 a.m. This is net control monitoring. This is a drill. This is Staff 2 Wendy acting as net control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Service participation in the Great California Shakeout, a disaster emergency drill. The time is now 10:30 a.m. We are now opening the net for emergency traffic. When calling net control, lead with your Gardena DCS call sign, first name only. Speak very slowly, allowing time for net control to write down your message. This is net control. All stations may now come forward with your emergency drill message. This is a drill.
George 220, Lewis.
George 220, Lewis, please come forward with your drill message.
George 220, Lewis. Our location is 216 West Victoria. I'm at Los Angeles County Department of Animal Care and Control in Carson. We have partial.
George 220, Lewis, can you come back with your message?
We have partial structure damage. A couple of dogs running around, but we have a secondary safety fence. No injuries. We do not need no fire department, no ambulance or rescue at this time. Next.
George 220, Lewis, copy that you're on cost and animal control, and the message is some structural or minor damage. A couple dogs are running around, and you do not need assistance. Thank you, George 220, Lewis. And the next station, please stand by. Next station, please come in.
George 215, Atkinson and 156th Street.
Station calling, please come back with your call sign again.
This is net control. This is George 215 at Atkinson and 156th Street.
Okay, this is George 215. What's your first name?
Sorry, Flo.
George 215 Flo, you are at Atkinson, 156th Street. Come with your message, please.
Just wanted to let you know all is well here. I thought we were having some problems, but I see they're cutting down some trees. All is well here.
Net control copy. Station coming, you're in a bad location, unable to copy. Can you move or find a good spot and come back with your call sign, please? Net control cannot copy. The station just called. Please try it again.
Net control, Henry 222.
Henry 222, Barry, please come with your message and your location first.
Right.
Roger, Wendy. No traffic for the net. No traffic. Location is Westchester.
Henry 222 Barry at Westchester, no traffic. Thank you for coming in.
Net control, staff 1.
Step 1 goes, Stuart. Come with your location and your message. Slowly.
Net control, I'm at Marine and Western, the intersection of Marine and Western. I have all traffic lights are down on the road. Traffic is at a dead stop. Public Works is recommended to come here. End of message.
Staff 1, Staff 2, calling location Marina Western, reporting all traffic down on the road, traffic stop, public service requested, message will be passed. This is Staff 2, net control. Copy. This is the drill. This is net control for Gardena Disaster Communications Service. This is a disaster communication drill for the Great California Shakeout. Any station wishes to come in to reporting your drill message, come now. This is Staff 2 acting as net control.
Net control, this is George 212, Florence.
George 212 Florence, please give your location and your message, drill message. Speak slowly.
My location is Maine and El Segundo. I'm at the BMJ gym where partially the building has collapsed. Some people inside need assistance with fire, rescue, and EMS. End of message.
George 212 Florence, and I got the first street is Main, and the second street is, cross street is?
El Segundo.
Copy, Main and El Segundo, buildings are collapsed, people trapped inside, need assistance, message will be passed. Thank you for checking in, George 212, this is Staff 2.
Net control, this is Diane, George 224.
George 224, Diane, come forward with your message.
I'm at 149th and Gramercy, and there's fire in my area. Please send fire department.
George 224, Diane, is how many buildings are on fire?
2 buildings.
Copy that. You're on Gramercy 149th. Buildings on fire, 2 buildings, requesting for fire department. Message will be sent. George 224, Diane, thank you. This is Net Control Staff 2. This is Staff 2, Wendy, acting as Net Control for Gardena Disaster Communications Services participation in the Great California Shakeout, a disaster emergency drill. Any station wishes to check in for the drill, please come in now. This is Staff 2, acting as Net Control.
George 217, Mary.
George 217, Mary, please come forward your drill message. Speak slowly.
There's partial collapse in our outdoor pavilion. Approximate location, Marine and Gramercy at School 1. There are no injuries and no emergency response is needed. End of drill message.
Okay, the street name, please.
Marine and Gramercy.
George George 217, Mary, this is copy that you're on location Marine and Gramercy School 1, partial collapse of the outdoor pavilion, no request of assistance. This is staff 2 copy.
George 211, net control, do you copy?
George 211, this is staff 1 acting as net control. Please come forward with your message.
George 211 to net control, do you copy?
George 211, this is net control. Go ahead. George 211, Chris, please come forward.
Yeah, net control, this is 211, Chris. I'm currently at the border of Marina del Rey and Playa del Rey. I was on the bike path when the earthquake struck. I'm currently in the path of the tsunami area, so I will be heading east towards Culver City. I'll try to contact you there when I have a better line of sight.
George 211, message received. We'll keep track of you and be monitoring for you to get into a safer location. Net control monitoring. This is a drill. This is net control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Service. This is a disaster communications drill for the Great California Shakeout. Stations calling net control. Lead with your Gardena DCS call sign and first name. Speak very slowly, allowing for time for net control to write down your message. This is net control monitoring.
Gardena Officer Dixon to net control.
Officer Dixon, this is net control. Please come forward with your message.
I'm on patrol in the city and monitoring this frequency. Any information that needs to be relayed to the police department, you can relay through me.
Officer Dixon, thank you very much. We will get back to you as needed. Net control monitoring.
This is G216 to net control.
George 216, this is net control. Please come forward with your message.
I'm at Crenshaw and Manhattan Beach, and the lights are all out.
Now, when you say the lights are out, is it the whole neighborhood lights are out, or is it just the intersection stoplights and stuff?
Intersection lights.
Very good. Thank you for your message, and net control will be monitoring.
Net control, this is staff 2.
This is net control. Go ahead, staff 2.
Traffic lights down, live wire down at location El Camino College, approximate street, Crenshaw and Redondo. Also see 2 CERT member wearing vests, helping minor injury cuts and bruises. End of drill message, staff 2, clear.
Staff 2, I received message El Camino location, Crenshaw and Redondo. Street lights are down, and I think I understand you to say some power lines are down, and there are 2 CERT members on scene. Am I correct on the power lines being down?
That's correct. Staff 2, clear.
Net control monitoring.
Net control, this is George 224 Diane.
George 224, this is net control. Please come forward with your message.
I just received word from George 223 Barry at Pico and Bundy. He has water main breaks and is requesting public works.
George 224, could you repeat your message one more time, please?
I just received a message from George 223 Barry that there's water main breaks at Pico and Bundy, and he's requesting public works. His radio is not operable.
That was Pico and Bundy, is that correct?
That's correct.
So your message as follows, is you are relaying a message from George 223 Berry, who is at Pico and Bundy, and there are water main breaks over there. Now, Pico and Bundy, what city is that in?
Century City.
All right, Century City. Retransmitted message has been received, and thank you very much. Net Control is monitoring.
Staff 1, Jessica going third party for Staff 2.
Jessica, this is Net Control. Please come forward with your message.
Location, El Camino College, Crenshaw and Redondo Boulevard. Humanity Building, 3rd floor, elevator down, people trapped. Campus police arrived. End of drill message. Jessica.
Jessica, that is the Humanities Building, and did you, I missed the first part, is that elevator, or what's going on there?
3rd floor, elevator down, people trapped.
All right, I have Humanity Building and El Camino College. 3rd floor elevator is stuck on the 3rd floor. People are trapped. Did you say that there are rescue people there already?
Copy. Campus police have arrived.
Jessica, thank you for your message. This will be Net Control monitoring. This is a drill. This is Net Control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Service. This is a disaster communications drill for the Great California Shakeout. Stations calling Net Control, lead with your Gardena DCS call sign and first name. Speak very slowly, allowing time for Net Control to write down your message. Net Control monitoring.
Net Control, Staff 2.
Staff 2, go ahead.
There's a looting taking place at 7-Eleven, Marine and Venice. Request of police assistance, and C, a female veterinarian giving medical attention to an elderly gentleman for minor cuts. End of drill message.
Staff 2, I have your message is there's looting at 7-Eleven, at Marine and Venice, requesting Gardena police, and also you see one injured person with a veterinarian is trying to treat that person. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Thank you for your message. Net Control monitoring.
Net Control, this is George 210, Sharp.
George 210 Sharp, please come forward with your message.
Net Control, I'm close to the intersection of Artesia and Normandy. The traffic signals are out, and I am noticing multiple cars have collided with one or more on fire. Unknown at this time if there are any injuries. End of emergency drill message.
Charlotte, how many cars approximately in the accident?
I would say there's probably 8 to 10.
8 to 10, and you have injuries, correct?
I do not know if there are any injuries at this time.
Okay, we have Artesia and Normandy intersection. The traffic signal's out. We have a major car accident from 8 to 10 vehicles. Unknown at this time if there are injuries. Request PD to check it out. Net Control monitoring.
Net Control, George 210, I have additional info.
George 210, please come forward with your additional info.
I had mentioned that there were Seem to be a couple of cars on fire, so fire may want to be contacted also.
Thank you for the update. I have at least 2 cars on fire. Fire department is requested. Message received.
This is a drill. This is net control for Gardena Disaster Communications Service. This is a disaster communications drill for Great California Shakeout. Station calling net control. Leave with your Gardena DCS call sign and first name only. Speak very slowly, allowing time for net control to write down your message. Net control monitoring.
George 220 Lewis, additional info.
George 220, go ahead with your drill message.
George 220 Lewis, after the aftershocks, we had structural damage, collapsed building, we have injuries, need ambulance. Also, we had some looters, stealing dogs, need the police department. The last saw those people heading northbound on Broadway towards the 91 freeway in the city of Gardena.
George 2200, your location, please.
My location is at the Los Angeles County Department of Animal Care and Control, 216 West Victoria in the city of Gardena. Correction, Carson.
George 220 at the LA County Facility Animal Control at Victoria 216 address. You have aftershock of structural damage and need of ambulance and PD for looting and dog loose and something about northbound. Can you come back with that message?
George 220 Lewis, affirmative. The looters that were stealing dogs were last heading northbound on Broadway. Heading northbound on Broadway towards the 91 freeway in the city of Carson.
Copy that looters stealing dogs headed northbound toward Broadway and 91 freeway in Carson. George 220, thank you for your message.
Staff 1, Staff 3. This is net control. Go ahead, Staff 3.
Fire Station 1, Downey EOC, checking in.
Staff 3, this is net control. We have you checking in from Fire Station 3 in the city of Downey. Message received. Thank you for checking in, sir.
Copy that. Fire Station 1, Fire Station 1, Fire Station 1, Downey EOC. Thank you.
Message altered to Station 1, Fire Station 1, City of Downey. This is net control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Service. This has been Staff 2, Wendy, and Staff 1, Stuart, acting as net control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Service's participation in the Great California Shakeout. Wendy and I would like to thank all Gardena DCS members that participated in this drill for their time and effort, as we never know when these kinds of messages will be called upon to save lives. We would also like to thank Chief Ed Medrano of the Gardena PD for his support in the development of our organization. The Gardena Disaster Communications Service participation in the Great California Shakeout Drill is now complete, and we are returning the repeater back to normal use. This is Staff 1, net control, and we are clear and will be monitoring.